Nanette here from Potential Actioning. Thank you for joining me on this short video. Meditation and its benefits have been featured in a lot of popular media. If you're like many, you might be looking to get into meditation but feel overwhelmed about how and where to start. I've created a series of short videos to help provide some guidance on the basics of meditation. In this session, I'll get into the heart of the issue by talking about how you meditate and what to expect from a meditation session. There are many types of meditation, and it's easy to get lost in the options and different types. That's why in the beginning, I find it helpful to focus on 3 key aspects when you're first starting to meditate: taking your seat, setting your focus, and witnessing your thoughts. Let's look at each of those in a bit more detail. It all begins with how you take your seat. You do not have to sit in lotus position to meditate. There's nothing particularly special about crossing your legs. What is important is to sit up straight and relaxed, yet alert in upright or regal position. You could feel that as your sit bones reach down into the earth, the crown of your head is reaching up slightly. Imagine yourself as a tree rooted to the ground, but relaxed enough to sway and move in the wind. Your hands can be palm up or palm down and just on your knees or mid-thigh. Your shoulders and belly are relaxed, and you might want to tuck in your chin slightly so that the back of your neck is long and can also relax. It's a place where we often hold tension, so it's good to think about getting it into the right spot so that it doesn't become painful at any point in time while you're meditating. If you have limited flexibility, you may not find it comfortable to sit on the floor, and you may want to sit in a chair. That's totally fine as well. Just if you are going to sit on a chair, make sure that you can sit in it comfortably with your feet flat on the floor. Otherwise, you may find your knees or back get stiff after a while, and it'll be distracting from your meditation. If you do feel like you're comfortable being in a cross-legged position, you can sit on a bare floor or pretty much anywhere, but you may find it more comfortable to have something underneath you to help you sit up a bit so that your legs don't fall asleep while you're meditating. So you may find that something like a zafu or a meditation cushion might be helpful for just propping your hips up a bit more. The main thing to remember is to feel yourself in your body, not outside of it, not judging your posture. Having good posture is necessary only insofar as it allows you to sit comfortably, so you're not adding distractions to your meditation by being comfortable, uncomfortable, or in pain. Your meditation really begins when you've landed or grounded into your chosen focus of concentration. For the purposes of illustration for today, I'm going to use the breath as the focus for the meditation. Landing or grounding into your focus of concentration, if you're using the breath, might look like just noticing the rise and fall of your breath. You might just feel the sensation in your chest, or feel the sensation of the heat and the coolness as you're on the upper lip as you're breathing through your nose. You might even just bring your attention to your rib cage and notice the expansion and contraction. As you drop further into your meditation, decisively be with your breath. The breath continues to come naturally. You're just concentrating on it, not controlling it. You can try this or practice it by just looking at your finger on your hand. You could bring your attention into your index finger, but it doesn't have to do anything. You don't need to make it move. You can just place your attention and your focus on it without it having to do anything. Similarly, your focus needs to be intentional but not forceful. You want to allow the attention in your meditation to ride the breath like a boat that is adrift would ride on gentle waves. The third key aspect of meditating is being aware of or witnessing your thoughts. Just notice when thoughts arise, which will happen almost immediately. And as soon as you notice that you're beginning to drift off into that thought, or that you have drifted off into that thought, just return back to the point of focus you set at the beginning of your meditation. You can do this in any way that you find helpful, as long as it's done in a way that is gentle and loving with yourself. For example, you can picture your thoughts as clouds, and when you start getting carried away by one, you can just release it and let it float away. Or even more simply, you can just say thought and then come back to your focus. It doesn't matter how long you've been gone or that your attention has strayed from your point of focus. The important thing is that you keep coming back and just gently allowing the thought that carried you away to release and returning back to your point of focus. As Jon Kabat-Zinn says, we should identify ourselves with the sky and not with the clouds. The sky doesn't care what kind of clouds pass through it or how long they stay. And just like the sky, we can hold it all and know that no matter what direction we happen to be facing, somewhere it's always east, and somewhere the sun is always shining. Know that meditation is a very personal experience, and there can be many types of experiences, as many types as there are people out there. Also, your experience can vary from session to session. Your morning practice may even be different from an evening practice. Suffice to say, there's a broad range of experiences, and all of them are relevant. Even the sessions that are a bit frustrating are a great learning experience. That being said, there are a couple of common experiences I'll touch on briefly. Some people can drop right into their focus and will experience a sense of stillness or ease right away. However, I found that's more the exception than the rule. More often, it will feel uncomfortable or dull or sometimes even awful or frustrating. Some days your mind will seem calm and serene and you'll feel exhilarated like you're finally getting it. Then the very next day your mind could be all over the place and you'll find it wandering off constantly, and you're having to return over and over again to your point of focus. This can be pretty frustrating. Just remember to embrace whatever is coming up and accept the state of your mind as what it is on that day or that moment. Each instance is helpful because if we train only to stay with the happy parts of our experience, we never challenge ourselves to expand our capability. Most importantly, be compassionate with yourself. Learning any new skill can be challenging. Think of a situation where you've tried to learn a new skill, like a new language or new instrument or a new sport. In the beginning, you probably weren't great, but over time, with patience and practice, you got better. Meditation is no different. Taking a few minutes to step out of your daily routine will give you the space to release stress and tension and find a profound sense of relaxation. In fact, the sense of release and relaxation may be so profound that you find yourself falling asleep. Often, we're so busy running from one activity to the next and caught up in our hectic lives that we don't realize how tired we are. It is rare that we give ourselves permission to just take a mental step outside of our lives. When we finally stop and relax, it's not uncommon to find you're actually quite exhausted. I've had many people fall asleep in meditation, so don't be surprised if this happens. Developing and honing one pointed focus draws you into the present moment. This one pointed focus of concentration encourages the mind and the body to be in the same place at the same time. You may begin to notice more subtle cues from your body. It may be distracting at first, but just maintain your focus and it too will drop away. It is easy to get caught up in your thoughts, planning for the next meeting or what you'll have for your next meal, rehashing a conversation with your spouse or your coworker. The constant state of being so wrapped up in our thoughts disconnects us from our bodies, and often we ignore important messages that our body is trying to send us. Over time, the reinforcement of this mind-body connection through meditation means you may start to notice signals from your body more throughout your daily life. This greater sense of awareness is what draws many avid meditators to adopt a cleaner lifestyle or diet. They're just much more keenly aware of how it makes their body happier. In this session, we looked at 3 key aspects when you're first starting to meditate: taking your seat, setting your focus, and witnessing your thoughts. When taking your seat, you want to achieve a posture that helps you to be relaxed yet alert. Remember, comfort is king. You want to be in a position that doesn't distract from your focus. Your meditation begins when you've set all your attention on your object of focus. We practiced using the breath. When setting and maintaining your focus, you want to be intentional but not forceful. Finally, during your meditation, you witness or watch your thoughts. When you notice you're straying away from your focus, you gently redirect your attention back to the object of your focus. This constant returning back to that one-pointed focus is essentially your meditation practice. We also saw that when meditating, there are a variety of experiences. Some common ones are a sense of ease or relaxation, and even sleep or dullness, boredom, or frustration. Remember, a range of experiences is to be expected, and all of them are valid. What's important is to embrace what's happening in the moment and just let it be. I hope this short video has given you some direction on how to meditate. And if it's piqued your interest, I encourage you to check out the rest of the videos on the benefits of meditation and developing a meditation practice. Thank you for joining, and happy meditation.